All right, everyone, we can get started. Um, my name is Sarah Stein, and I am the program manager for VentureCat. So together with the Donald Pritzker Entrepreneurial Law Center, which is downtown, the Farley Center for Entrepreneurship, which is over in the engineering school, the Entrepreneurship at Kellogg program, and the Garage, I work together with all those units to organize and host VentureCat each year. And as I imagine you all know already, but VentureCat is Northwestern's annual cross-university student startup competition that takes place each May. And this session is just meant to help share some information about what the program entails and things that you can do to help prepare to apply. So the first thing I like to touch on when talking with students about VentureCat is that we typically see a range of development stages represented at the point of application. We see teams in the earlier stages of testing and validating key assumptions about their businesses, all the way to teams that have launched a product or service and may be generating revenue. And we welcome teams across that spectrum to apply, but all teams do need to be beyond the initial idea stage. So you need to be able to, on your application, demonstrate that you have validated the problem that you're trying to solve and that there's demand and interest in your proposed solution, and that there's a commitment to working on the venture beyond just this competition. One great and important way to validate or assess whether you're ready to apply is to review the evaluation criteria. This evaluation criteria is used both at the point of application and by the judges on the day of competition. The full criteria is on the VentureCat website, but they all roll up into one of these 4 areas. And again, this is just a great way to understand, am I ready to apply to VentureCat? And it can also highlight areas that you may want to work on between now and when the application opens later in the spring. All right, the semifinals are organized by these 5 tracks. We typically see the most applications submitted to the consumer products and services track and the business products and services track. So if you have a B2B or B2C company, but you would also fall into energy and sustainability or life sciences and medical innovations or social impact, we would recommend that you apply to one of those other 3 tracks. If you have questions about which track is most appropriate to apply to, we have guidance on the website in the FAQ section, and you're also welcome to reach out to me at venturecat@northwestern.edu, and I'm happy to share my 2 cents about which one I think is most appropriate. All right. Another really great way to learn more about the competition and the types of teams that are selected to compete is to watch previous public showcases. We have several years of past recordings up on the VentureCat YouTube channel, as well as semifinalist pitches from when the competition was held virtually during the pandemic years. So that's a great resource as well. All right. So this next section that I'm about to get into is going to probably cover a lot of, answer a lot of questions that you have, but does anybody have questions about what I've talked about so far? Okay. All right. So the 2026 timeline is going to begin with the application opening on Monday, March 30th, which is the Monday I believe you all get back from spring break, and will be open through to Thursday, April 9th. We'll notify the 25 selected semifinalists on April 23rd. Then there will be roughly 4 weeks of the pitch prep program, where the selected semifinalists will receive access to pitch coaches to help refine and improve their pitches. Then the day of competition will be Wednesday, May 27th. It is a full day of activities. It starts in the morning with the semifinals taking place. Then in the afternoon, it's the closed finals, and then in the evening, it's the public showcase. So if this is something that you're really considering on applying to and thinking that you have a good chance at making it into, I would highly recommend blocking this off on your calendar now, just so that you avoid having any conflicts come up. In terms of the application, there are a series of questions that connect back to what's on the evaluation criteria. We ask you to provide a link to an elevator pitch video that's 60 seconds long. It does not need to be fancy. In fact, we don't want it to be fancy. We just want you talking to the camera about your business. We also ask you to upload a 10-slide pitch deck, a maximum of 10 slides, but it can include 2 to 3 appendix slides. All right, prize money. This year, the finals prizes will be $100,000 for the grand prize, $50,000 for second place, and $25,000 for third place, as well as a $5,000 audience favorite award. For the prizes where teams win more than $25,000, we do not issue the full prize amount up front. You actually need to set up milestones that then you work towards meeting, and then we tranche out the payments that way. So that's something that we do like to mention up front. And we also like to share that the money is considered taxable income. So that's something to keep in mind. Eligibility requirements and restrictions. These are just kind of the highlights. The full official rules and requirements are on the website, and I definitely encourage you to read them all before you apply, just so you're walking into the process with your eyes wide open. But the first most important is that all teams must include at least one degree-seeking, currently enrolled Northwestern student who is a founder or co-founder and who also has substantial equity in the business. We don't have a hard and fast rule about what substantial equity is. It can vary so much from business to business depending on how many co-founders there are and so forth. But basically, we may ask to review your founder's agreement, and it's to ensure that the team is actually a Northwestern founder that has stake in the direction and long-term progress of the business. One rule change that is new this year is that we are only going to allow Northwestern students to participate in pitching during the semifinals and finals and participate in the Q&A. Historically, we've allowed non-Northwestern students to participate in the Q&A, and we will no longer be allowing that moving forward. Additionally, on the application, we will require all applicants to attest that they have or will have a signed agreement that outlines the equity ownership of the company by the date of the competition. And we may ask to see a draft of that prior to the competition date. All right. In terms of business entity requirements, if a company is awarded any prize money through VentureCat, they will need to provide us with a W-9 that has an employer identification number on it that's been issued to the company by the IRS, and that needs to be given to us by July 1st of 2026. And the reason for this is that all VentureCat prize payments are issued to the company and not to individuals. And additionally, we are not able to issue prize payments to foreign entities. Also, you'll need a business bank account. So that's something to think about. If you don't have a business bank account set up, you might want to think about looking into that process. All right. In terms of some restrictions, businesses that have raised more than $500,000 in equity capital are ineligible to compete. Additionally, if you founded your business entity more than 4 years prior to the VentureCat application deadline, you're also ineligible to compete. All right, this slide I included for any international student founders. We sometimes get questions about working on a business as an international student founder, how that impacts their visa. And I really am not equipped to answer those questions. This office is, and so I just wanted to make sure to include this slide about how to reach out to this office. I included the email. There's some walk-in hours on Tuesdays and Fridays, and then a link to find your specific advisor. So please utilize this resource when you have those types of questions, because again, I really don't have the expertise to offer information on that regard. All right, and then this last slide is just some general resources for everybody. The top one is the Northwestern Student Business Formation website. It's got a ton of resources on it. It has accounting and tax resources, business entity formation resources. There's a whole list of other competitions that you can apply to. It is NetID protected, so you need to log in with your NetID. And there are certain browsers that it has issues with. I've had luck with Chrome. So if you have an issue, just maybe try using Chrome. The VentureCat website has all the information that I've shared just now and more. And then again, if you ever have any questions, you're always welcome to reach out to me at venturecat@northwestern.edu. I'm happy to answer questions over email or set up a time to meet one-on-one. And last, the VentureCat student email list. If you're not on there already, if you click on the link, I will be sharing this slide deck out. If you click on the link, you can sign up for the student email list via that form, and you'll make sure to get all the announcements that come through about when the application opens and so forth. So with that, I know we covered a lot of ground, but I'd like to welcome up Angie Mercurio, who is the CEO and co-founder of NLab, and last year's third place winner and audience favorite award winner, to help me answer and field any questions that all of you might have.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, and actually I have a mic for you too.
Oh, awesome.
All right.
Great. Hello.
All right, don't be shy.
Very goofy picture of me. Yes.
So like for that competition, were you just kind of like sharing the story about the founding? Like, was it like a pitch that you had to do? Just like kind of share your experience of like going through that.
Absolutely. So there's these eligibility guidelines that you follow while applying. And the cool thing is it's the exact same guidelines that you follow when putting together your pitch deck. So it was a real challenge for me to figure out how to touch on all those points while also telling a story. Because in my opinion, I think a pitch should be a story. Like I think when people just get up to pitch for the sake of pitching, everyone's going to get bored super fast. So just figuring out how to like weave that. And the way I did it was not just using the pitch coaches here, which was amazing, but I just pitched to everyone that I knew. Like I was obnoxious about it and edited as I went. Absolutely. So the long and the short of it is I'm a robotics engineer, but it wasn't easy for me to become one because everything you need to learn robotics is very expensive and scattered all over the place and very unintuitive. So we decided to make it easy and put everything you need to learn robotics into a box about that big, including the world's smallest electronics lab. So yeah, since VentureCat, with that funding, we've been able to hire an interim CMO and a developer and a bunch of team members, mainly for our video creation on YouTube. What we're doing right now is improving our organic reach through our YouTube channel. And to do that, you kind of need experts on your team because there's a whole SEO algorithm that needs to be figured out. So we've been able to hire freelancers and contractors. And the reason that reach and marketing is so important to us right now is because we're launching our Kickstarter in January. So without that money from VentureCat, we would not be where we are right now with the traction that we're getting. There's this.
Oh, oh no.
Oh well. Can y'all hear me? There's this nifty place called the Garage, where you can meet all students of different majors who want to do exactly that, which is help each other out on a startup. No, it's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. Have you guys But yeah, I mean, something else you can do if you have an idea and you want to find student founders. Something that I learned over Jumpstart, which is the accelerator here at the garage, is like if you put up flyers around campus just saying, hey, like I'm doing this, scan this QR code to contact me if you're interested, and have like a clear call to action, you'd be surprised how many fellow students are interested in that. Yeah, I can't help but feel, I feel the same way as you, where I feel at times disconnected from the other departments. So yeah, I found like that, or sending out blasts on Slack in the garage, have been extremely helpful. But I'll just add to that really quick. Another thing you can do is kind of take a top-down approach and go to the professors of the departments and be like, who's your top student? Like, because we've hired people that way as well, like through the media school and stuff like that, and yeah, they turned out great. Yes. Yeah, so we, let me see. It's kind of weird because we had an existing B2B product that was similar to what NLab is now, but it was really a product by engineers for engineers, and it was not beginner friendly whatsoever. And we were selling it to universities like Northwestern and Carnegie Mellon, but there was no kit. There was no projects. There was no YouTube channel. It was just kind of this like really techy engineering tool that only engineers could understand. So what I wanted to do when I came to Kellogg to get my MBA was to take this invention created by professors here and make it beginner friendly so that more people could enter the wonderful world of electronics. And so, oh, I'm sorry. That's exactly right. So that was that was what I competed in, was and I actually, I'm really jealous of all of you because VentureCat's such an amazing experience. I actually got the chance to do it twice, and the first time I did social impact, and the second time I did B2C because I kind of like walked the line between the two. But yeah, like it was basically, I leveraged the learnings in my business school degree and through the garage and all this stuff to kind of pivot from a B2B structure to a B2C structure. So I admit, like, I had a little bit of an advantage coming in because we had maybe a quarter of the product done, maybe an eighth more like, because there was a lot of development that came from user research that we added onto it. But it's still, you know, a significant foundation. But I've also seen immense success from students in VentureCat who a year ago walked into the garage with just an idea, and it's because of the immense amount of resources here. Yes. Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. That was Jumpstart. So that's the Jumpstart accelerator here, and usually they do Jumpstart first, but I kind of broke that rule. Yeah. So Jumpstart, the garage selects 10 lucky teams to work on their startup over the summer. You get funding, you get mentors. Sorry, I'm
No,
going
please,
off
no,
on-
it's all
on
good.
a tangent.
All part of the
And
ecosystem.
then at the end of Jumpstart is demo day, where you don't, the money pool isn't as big as VentureCat, but you get to pitch. And most people do Jumpstart the summer before, and then they compete in VentureCat after. But you don't have to do that.
No.
I mean, winners have just, you know, done it all on their own.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can do a jumpstart, but yeah, some people have gone straight to VentureCat too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great question. Um, hmm. I think I wish I practiced presenting in front of people more. because I got extremely nervous on the day of. Because like, I don't know if y'all know this, but you kind of it's a whirlwind of a day. Like you present at the semifinals, and then you find out if you're in the finals like at 10 a.m. or something, and then like you present again, and that's when you find out if you're going on stage or not. And like I felt this mix of like excitement and dread because I'm an introvert, and I'm just like, I'm not ready for this, but. The butterflies went away as soon as I went up there, and yeah, I am very grateful though that I practiced to an empty room a lot because that helped.
Yeah, no, you crushed it. You did a great job.
Oh man, that was so long ago. Nick, do you remember? Do you remember what the judges asked us in the Q&A?
Some of the things were like we showed numbers on the screen and they were like, where did those numbers come from?
Yeah.
And, like support that. Because you go through your slides so quickly that there's not time to delve into every little thing. So you kind of see specific questions in your presentation to hope that like I'm super prepared to talk about this thing. Let's make sure I ask about that and not ask about something I'm not super confident in. So I think we had questions about like how many users are there going to be, who's your primary user group, that stuff.
That's exactly right. And I do remember one of them, which was like, you're successful in B2B, like you're selling to universities, like why are you pivoting into B2C? So I was like super ready for that question. And the other thing I did was I got, in anticipation of VentureCat, I got in front of VCs and I was just like, drill me. Like just ask me like the hardest, worst questions ever. And it was really scary, but it kind of got me ready for like how their brains were gonna work. Yes.
Have you since raised any VC round or are you planning to raise it?
We're probably going to be looking for investment soon, but we haven't had to because of winning venture. Winning third place rather. Yeah, I think that gave us a lot more runway than we expected, and hopefully the Kickstarter gives us even more. So we're just like pushing it back as far as possible. Like we're trying to bootstrap this and keep as much equity as possible. Hello. Oh my gosh, yeah. Like I'm really popular now. No, I think it gives you a lot of credibility. So I go to Kellogg and like suddenly people kind of knew who I was, but it also was like, oh yeah, you won third place. Like, are you looking for marketing people? I know a guy. And like my network kind of went, like it just expanded in all different directions. And I still use it as a bragging point. I just did it for a networking email yesterday where I just linked to the VentureCat winners page and like people are like, wow. Like, and I send my 7-minute pitch to people.
Oh, good.
I did that today ahead of a meeting because I was just like, I could give you the pitch in person or you can just watch this thing. And it's been such a valuable thing to have. I don't know. Did I answer your question? Okay. Yes.
I'm curious about like the process for like product market fit because you said your product was 80% done when you pitched the idea. What was that process like for you to kind of go into the market and talking to customers, acquiring customers?
Yeah, so I was lucky enough also to be part of the Zell Fellows program at Kellogg, and what you learn there is you really learn how to interview people and conduct user research. And I talked to so many people before I was confident about my 2 target markets. So really just getting out of your comfort zone, and you'd be surprised how many people are willing to share their thoughts for free. Like if they detect that you're passionate about something and you make them feel important and you're like, I would love if you could give me 15 minutes. Like, and 15 minutes usually turns into an hour, and then you have like all these insights that you can apply to your product. But talk like quantity over quality, talk to as many people as you can and gather those insights. That's what I would say. Did that help?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
What was the most useful skill you used while starting
So most useful skill while working on VentureCat versus, sorry.
Starting to going into it.
Okay, so like what I got at the beginning of VentureCat versus like
Yeah,
at
okay.
the end. Let me see. I absolutely love the pitch coaching sessions for VentureCat. The people that they have, and you get to pick them if you're quick enough in the spreadsheet, are absolutely top notch. Like I've never heard of someone saying like, "Oh, I got a total dud." Like it really. And I know because I did it twice, so I had 4 official coaches, and
Yeah.
they were all amazing.
Good,
I
good.
probably shouldn't say who they are. But yeah, at the beginning, that was extremely valuable. You get 1 hour with each of them, but they make it so worth your time. Like, and they make you prepare ahead of time. So at the beginning, it was that. At the end, I definitely getting up there and giving the pitch and winning a prize for it. I don't want to say it cured my stage fright, but it helped, and it gave me confidence to enter into more competitions, which I also placed in. So yeah, that's what happened at the end. Hello, yes.
Can you enter twice that you have the same idea the first? Oh.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can, as long as you don't place in one of the, if you win, like she couldn't apply again because she's won one of the top prizes, but as long as you don't win, as long as you don't win one of the top prizes, you can keep on applying. Yeah, yeah.
Wait, I thought it was even if you get into the finals, you can't do it again, or is that not true?
I think it's, I should know this. I
Sorry,
believe, no, I think it's as long as you, I think if you I think you can get into the finals. I think it's only if you win first, second, or third
Got it.
place that you can
like that.
not
I
apply.
like that
Yeah,
better.
yeah, yeah. So,
Yes. Oh, it's the same exact 7 minutes, and that is a hard 7 minutes. Like they will cut you off mid-sentence, and it'll be super awkward.
yeah. You do get more Q&A time. Each the
That's
finals
right.
round, you get up to 20 minutes of Q&A. But the
That's 10 minutes for the
it's 10
semifinals.
10 minutes for the semifinals. Yeah. Yes.
So you got to have that down. Like that's why it's hard because you got to rehearse without rehearsing. It's so weird. Like if you come across as too scripted, the thing about like making it too scripted is that it's actually easier for you to mess up because your brain enters autopilot, and then if you just go like if your train goes off the track, you can't get back on because your brain's in autopilot. You're like, oh my god, where was I? So you have to kind of like rehearse with bullet points is what I did. Like, what's the general idea I want to get across on this slide? But then you also have to rehearse it because it's 7 minutes. You can't go over. So,
Right,
yeah.
right. It's a tricky balance.
It's a very tricky balance.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there a common characteristic you saw among successful founders that maybe less successful teams lacked?
They're all crazy. No.
Part two?
Let me think. I know Utaro very well of Insta English, and he's just a machine.
Yeah.
That's like the best way I can describe him.
Yeah, I'd say grit. Definitely
Yes.
grit
Yes.
is a really common thread.
I think like the way I measure if you're a good entrepreneur is if you find yourself doing weird stuff. Like if you're going out of your comfort zone a lot because that's how curious you are about your customers, your product, like figuring out if you're making the right product. I'm an introvert. I don't like talking to people. I'd rather just be at home. But like I was doing so many weird things that
Yeah.
are like way out of character for me, and that was like the first cue to me. And Utaro's the same way. Like he and I, we have a lot in common. We both did ed tech companies, and we both would rather not talk to people, but watching him like socialize and network.
Yeah.
When I know who he really is, I'm like, oh my god, he's doing exactly what he wants to do.
Right, Right.
And that comes across in your presentation. Like if you're like, this seems like a money-making, good investment area, I don't know, like people are gonna pick up on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my company is registered in Estonia. I was working there before Calab. So can I not be part of this competition?
Wait, can you say that one more time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Because I'm also for the people that are going to watch this on the recording.
So my company is registered in Estonia.
So you can participate. The thing is, if you were to win a prize, you'd have to establish a company in the United States in order to get the prize money. So that's the tricky thing. So basically, you can, as an international founder, you can participate. It's just in terms of getting the prize money, you need to be able to establish a business in the United States in order to access the funds. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So I'm really glad you're here and answering our questions. The question is, from which most important aspect do those judges evaluate the products that while building that product we have to consider?
What are the most important aspects that you have to consider when building a product?
From judge's perspective.
Oh, from the judge's perspective. You know, haven't people gotten to the finals in VentureCat without a prototype?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think Pilbo was one of the they had like a low fidelity prototype.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
good to have something.
It's good to have something.
It's good to have something is what I will say.
Yeah.
But I think like the most important thing is to have an area that is proven
Right. I think.
and thoroughly researched.
Mm-hmm. Right. I think having a really solid value proposition
Yep.
is really important.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Did that answer your question? Oh, no, please.
No, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Ads. You don't have to spend very much to prove product market fit. As long as, you know, with ads, don't spend a whole lot, but keep iterating. As in, like, once you find ad messaging that is working, that means you're getting close to that PMF. So, like, it's like, okay, let me run another ad test. Like, do you know A/B testing? Like, okay, so A/B testing is like when you run one ad that says one thing and one ad that says another. So over here I would have like the world's smallest electronics lab, which no one gave a shit about. And over here it was like, rebuild your career. And it was like, oh my God. Like, so that's how I found my messaging. And you're able to give them numbers. And I gave the judges these numbers, which was like click-through rate, how many people see the ad and click through. How many people then, you gotta get a landing page and have people sign up for additional information, place a $1 reservation for when it launches. Like, that's really the best way to gauge product market fit. I would say even like, some people say this is bad. I disagree. No, I actually kind of think it's bad. So it's like, you have a fake shopping cart and people like drop in the item, like your product that doesn't exist yet, and they put in their credit card number and then you give them an error. But like, you're able to take data on that and you're like, oh my God, not only now do I have product market fit, I know how much they're willing to pay for it. So yeah, I go back and forth on that method because it feels snaky to me. But people have had a lot of success with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead. question was about like back. Yeah. So I had a slide that was the 2x2. Have you seen those before? That's like Arduino and Raspberry Pi over here, and like Khan Academy over here, and that's investors like foam at the mouth at that because it's like immediately easy for them to see where you excel and the competition is weak. Other people do like the grid with like check boxes and stuff like that. Like I say, do the 2x2. But yeah, that on a higher scale, you're arguing that you're the best in the business every single day. So, I mean, I could sit here and talk to you for an hour about that. But yeah, like in terms of VentureCat, 2x2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have to present IP strategy?
IP strategy? IP is always helpful. I know that in the VentureCat application, they say stuff like, hey, what's your traction so far? For example, have you secured a trademark application? And trademarks are not expensive to get, and they're not very hard to get. So I went ahead and got one, and it may have given me an edge. I don't know. But I would say, like, find the most cost-effective things that give you an edge, like a trademark, or not a patent, because those are expensive. But you could also pay a law firm $2,000 to run a check and see if there's something out there that's already patented that is your invention. Or you could really be an entrepreneur and do it yourself. Like, there is a way to access the database and do it yourself. So you could say to them, we're not patented yet, but we did do a comprehensive search, and there's nothing like this out there in the market.
I was just gonna follow on the marketing stuff.
Yep. So ads are changing right now. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but like the AI's kind of infiltrated them. And so we found that we were getting ROI from running Google Ads, but the truth is, even the experts out there, like, they're not experts anymore because the whole landscape has changed. And people don't really, surprise, surprise, people hate ads even more now than they did before. They're just like, oh, it's an ad. Like, why would I want to click on this? So instead, what's really trending is video ads. So like when you're scrolling on YouTube and TikTok and stuff, you know, you see an ad and it's like attached to a TikTok shop. So that's the method that we're doing right now. We haven't implemented it yet, but I just hired someone to do it, and we're really excited. With VentureCat money.
Yeah.
It all comes back to that.
Oh my goodness. Well, thanks so much, Angie. We really appreciate all of the information you were able to share with us. And thank you all for coming. I'm happy to stick around afterwards if there are any questions about VentureCat programming and anything related to the application and so forth. And again, I will be sharing out the slide deck with everyone that registered to attend too. So thanks again.
Thank you guys. That was fun.